Good morning. Today I'm going to take you through two very important exponent laws. They are about what happens when you multiply pairs and divide pairs. The first is about multiplying pairs. So the rule is, in case of multiplying equal bases, we add the pairs. Let's try this repeated multiplication as an example. Okay, here you have 2 to the power 2, multiply 5 to the power 2. Let's try to solve it. 2 to the power 2, 2 multiplied by itself 2 times. So, we write 2 times 2 times, the other number is 2 to the power 5. So, we are going to multiply 2 by itself 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we can write this as 2 to the power 7. Let's count how many 2's do we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can write it 2 to the power 7. Another one. 2 to the power 3 multiply 2 to the power 3. 2 to the power 3 means 2 times 2 times 2. Multiply the other group. 2 to the power 3 also is 2 times 2 times 2. Let's count how many 2's do we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's written as 2 to the power 6. Notice that here 2 to the power 3 times 2 to the power 3. If we add 3 plus 3 we get 6. So we can add the powers if the bases are the same. So once again, if the bases are the same, so you can add the powers. Okay, the second, let's do this exercise. Okay, here we have negative 4 to the power 3 multiply negative 4 to the power 2. So look at the bases. We notice that the bases are equal, so we can keep the base as it is. Like this. Negative 4. And then we can write add the power. So 3 plus 2 equals sure 5. The next one. The second one is negative 1 to the power 3 times negative 1 to the power 4. Look at the two bases. Sure, they are equal bases, so we can keep the base as it is, which is negative 1. And then we can add the top powers. 3 plus 4 equals 7. So we can write here 7. Okay, let's move to number 3. Negative 3 to the power 2 multiply negative 3 to the power 3. Look at the two bases. Are they equal? Sure, they are equal bases, so we can keep the base as it is, and then we can add the power. 2 plus 3 sure equals 5. Yes. Let's go to exercise number 4. 10 to the power 3 multiply negative 10 to the power 4. If you have different bases like 10 and negative 10, try to get equal bases. So we are going to try to make them equal bases. Like we have to drop down 10 as this, multiply. This base is the negative base and the power is even. You know from the previous lesson, if the negative base has even power, you can remove the negative sign and write it 10 to the power 4. Because if the base is negative and the power is even, the answer will be positive number. So we remove the negative sign. And then notice now that the base are the same. You can write 10 to the power, here power 3 here. So we can add 3 and 4. Here we can write power 7. Okay, let's go to another point. Okay, the second rule is the law of subtracting powers. In this case, we have to subtract powers if the bases are equal in case of division. So let's try an example like 3 to the power 5 divided by 3 to the power 3. Here the bases are the same, so we have to keep the base as it is. So we are going to write 3 as it is and subtract the 2 powers. So 5 minus 3 equals 2. So the answer will be 3 to the power 2, which is equal 3 times 3 means 9. Okay, another one. Here, 6 to the power 4 times 6 to the power 5 divided 7, 6 to the power 7. We are going to multiply first and then we can divide it, the answer. So 6 to the power 4 times 6 to the power 5, the bases are the same, so we will write the base and keep it as it is. And we have to add the power because the bases are the same, and in case of multiplying equal bases, we can add the powers. So we can write 4 plus 5 equals 9. So we can write 6 to the power 9. Divided in the denominator as it is. So here, going to write here and then we can write down 6 to the power 7 as it is. And then 6 to the power 9 divided 6 to the power 7. We have to look at the two bases. Are they equal? Yes, the two bases are equal. So we are going to subtract the powers. So 9 minus 7 will be 2. So we are going to keep the base as it is like this and write 6 to the power 2. We can make it 6 times 6 equals 36. Okay, notice that we have an idea. If the bases are different, like 2 and negative 2, try to get equal bases. So you know that negative 2 to the power 2 can be written like this. Keep the negative sign, open bracket, write 2, close it. You can write the power outside the bracket like so. Here we have to remove the sign because in case of negative base, if the power is even, do you remember? We are going to remove the sign because the answer will be a positive answer. The next one, negative 5 to the power 3. Look at the base. The base is a negative 1, negative 5, and the power is out, so we can keep the sign outside the bracket like this. And we can write 5 inside the bracket and close it. And then we can write the power 3. So negative 5 to the power 3 equals negative, and we can put 5 to the power 3 between two brackets because the answer for sure will be negative answer in case of an odd power. The next one, look at the number. The base is negative 7. Look at the power. The power is odd, so we are going to keep the negative sign outside. If the power is even like this, 4, we are going to remove the negative sign and write 7 to the power 4. Next one, the base here is negative and the power is odd. As you see, we have to keep the sign outside because in case of the odd power, we are going to keep the sign outside like this and write 6 to the power 9. And so we can get equal bases by this way. Let's try an example. Find the value of 5 to the power 4 multiply negative 5 to the power 5. In this problem, note that we have 5 to the power 4 multiplied by negative 5 to the power 5. So we try to get equal bases in order to add the power. So we are going to write 5 to the power 4 multiplied by, right, look here, negative 5 is a negative base and the power is out, so we can keep the sign outside the bracket and write 5 to the power 5. And by this way, we get equal bases, so we can add the power now. We can write 5, which is the base, and then we can add the power. As you know, in case of multiplying equal bases, we can add the power. So 4 plus 5 will be 9, but don't forget to put this number between two brackets. And don't forget also to keep the negative sign here. So the answer will be negative 5 to the power 9. Let's try some exercise. Find the result of each of the following. Number A, 3 to the power 5 divided by 3 to the power 2. Look at the base. The bases are equal, so we can keep the base as it is, and then we can subtract the power in case of dividing. So 5 minus 2 will be sure 3. We can multiply 3 times 3 times 3. It will be sure 27. Exercise number B. Okay, here look at the two bases. The two bases are the same, so we can keep the base as it. We write -2. And then we can subtract the powers in case of dividing equal bases. Remember, we can subtract the powers. So 5 minus 3 will be 2. So the answer will be -2 to the power 2, which is equal -2 times -2 equals sure 4. Exercise number C. -4 to the power 5 divided 4 to the power 3. Here we have different bases. Let's try to get equal bases. Look at the base. The base here is -4, negative base, and out power we can remove this sign or we can keep it. If the power is out, we can keep this sign outside the bracket like this, and then we can write 4 to the power 5 to make equal bases. And then we can divide them by K4 to the power 3. By this way, we get equal bases, so we can keep the negative sign outside. We can write 4, keep the base. We can subtract now the powers. 5 minus 3 will be 2. We can get the answer. It will be negative sure 16. This is the answer. Exercise number D. Here we have 2 to the power 5 multiply 2 to the power 6 divided by 2 to the power 7 multiply 2 to the power 0. So here we have to carry out the first operation. 2 to the power 5 multiply 2 to the power 6. Look at the two bases. They are equal bases, so we can keep the base as it is. And then we can add the power in case of multiplying powers. We can add the power 5 plus 6 will be equal to 11. And then we can repeat this operation in the denominator. 2 to the power 7 multiply 2 to the power 0 will be sure 2, because the bases are the same. We can add the power in this case. 7 plus 0 will be 7. Then we are going to divide. Not that. 2 to the power 11 divided 2 to the power 7. 2 bases are the same, so keep the base as it is as usual. And then we can subtract the powers, yes, because in case of dividing equal bases, we can subtract the powers. So 11 minus 7 will be 4. We can write 4 here. We can calculate it. Okay, let's do try number A and try number F as a homework. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good time. Goodbye.